Hey everyone, Justin here for S&S Archery. In today's gear video, we're going to highlight and show you guys our S&S Backcountry Builds in the Black Gold sights. Now we have a couple sights here we're going to be looking at today. These vary from our stock models, so we'll dive right into this video. Alright guys, getting started in today's gear video. In front of me I have our S&S Backcountry Builds from Black Gold. Now these are two sights that we're going to be looking at today. We have the Pro Hunter version and the Pro Dual Trac. We really found the need to bring in a sight that we could basically customize and offer it to you guys as a sight that's readily available. So instead of doing a custom sight, changing your pin sizes, the fiber colors, the base mounting options, and having to wait for those lead times, we've worked directly with Black Gold to bring you both of these sights and have them stocked up on our shelf to where as soon as you purchase, they're going to ship out the door. So the first sight we're going to look at today is the Pro Hunter version, so the S&S Backcountry Pro Hunter. We have two versions of this. We have a 3-pin model and a 5-pin model. So before I get into the housings and the pin configurations, we'll go over the sight just briefly. Starting at the base, it's going to feature the 4-inch dovetail, which is Matthews bridge lock compatible. If you don't have a Matthews, no worries. You can still mount this on your side of the riser. We have the dovetail mount, individual divot notches, so you can slide the dovetail in or out, so you can really fine tune the scope housing relative to your peep. Very nice. Built-in third axis adjustment, so the sights have first, second, and third. Very nice for leveling everything up, making sure everything's true. Glancing back just a second, these are fully adjustable sliding sights, meaning you're going to have sight tapes, you're going to have set pin yardages. You're going to be able to dial these sights out and shoot plenty of distances from 20 all the way out to 100 yards and use a floater pin. So on these models, you're going to see we have one indicator, which is going to correspond to our bottom pin on the 3-pin model. You can mix that up on the 5-pin, but most of the time we see the floater pin on the 3-pin as the bottom. The main change and where we really see the need for this build is in the housing itself. So we've taken your stock colors of green, red, yellow, and we've changed them to green, yellow, green. So we really like the green colors. They're the brightest. They don't seem to glow as bad, give you that halo effect. And then as far as the sizes, we use a green 19 thousandths on top, a yellow 19 thousandths just to kind of split the pins, help your brain know exactly what pin you're on. And then we use a very precise green 10 thousandths on the bottom. The main idea and the main purpose behind this is the long distance shots. We want a very precise aiming point. The 10,000 allows that. Now we don't do 10 thousandths on the whole sight, mainly because we need those pins to be super bright in low light situations, early in the morning, late at night. And most of the time, you know, if it's getting dark or just barely starting to light up, most of your shots are going to be close. So that's where the 19 thousandths comes in. If you were to buy any of these models outside of the S&S Backcountry Builds, your pin configurations would be all 19 thousandths and you'd have green, red, and yellow on the 3-pin version. So that is our 3-pin model in the Pro Hunter. Getting into the 5-pin, same build basically with the dovetail, the third axis adjustment, all that's the same. And then when we look at the 5-pin model here, we have two green 19 thousandths pins on top and then a yellow 19 thousandths. And then the two bottom are green 10 thousandths. So again, the smaller pin sizes on the bottom really help those long distance shots. And like I said earlier, the yellow pin is just kind of to break up the pins so your brain can easily look up, know exactly what pin you're on and not be confused. If you had all the same colors, at some point you might actually shoot the wrong pin. So the yellow is definitely, we like the yellow over the red pins, so that's why we mix it up there in the middle. The next sight we're going to be looking at is more of a sight that I've actually been running for the last couple seasons, which is the Dual Trac model. So we have two variations of this. We have one with the 4-inch dovetail, Matthews bridge lock compatible. It is going to have your dovetail mount, third axis adjustment. A little bit different here, you have dual indicators, which are going to correspond with your two vertical pins. So you can see there. Now the stock Pro Dual Trac is going to come with a green 19 thousandths and a red 19 thousandths pin. We avoid the red pins. A lot of people, including us, do not like the red pin as much. So we opted to go green-green. Because there's only 2 pins, there's no really a misconception of what pin you're going to be using. Here, as far as the sizes, we have a green 19 thousandths for the top, again to allow a lot of light for that closer shot. And then we have our precise aiming point in the green 10 thousandths on the bottom. When we look at the last model, we have the quick link version. So this is going to mount directly on your bow's Picatinny rail. Same features. You're going to have the dual indicators, fully adjustable sliding sight, first, second, third axis adjustment. And then when we look at the housing and the pins, we have our green 19 thousandths on top and the green 10 thousandths on the bottom. The last thing that we'll go over on the S&S Backcountry Pro Dual Trac is we have micro adjustment for our windage and our elevation. So on our initial setup, this is super nice. You have micro clicks, so you can really set this up fast, not move too far, have to come back the other way. Just makes sighting in these sights very, very easy. So that pretty much sums up our S&S Backcountry builds. Now just remember, the whole idea behind these 2 models is really just to offer a customized sight that's readily available. So as soon as you purchase, we can ship these out to you guys immediately. You don't have to wait for those lead times, do any kind of customization on your own. We've had a lot of customers buy the Pro Hunter, buy the Dual Trac, and are extremely happy. I highly suggest checking one of these out. If you guys have any more questions about any of these sites or anything else that we've done in the past, please feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email. We'd be glad to help, and thanks for watching.